Shrek said that ogres are like onions. And people's problems are like onions too. In 1998, Bonnie Hanshu of Developmental Concepts in Arizona, one of my first teachers in the neurobiology of behavior, said that people with behavioral and sensory needs are like a rose within an onion. You can see that beautiful, sweet person inside these layers of behaviors that have occurred over time. And through various treatments and therapies, we can address those layers and get closer to that rose. If you have ongoing anxiety, and anger is just one way that anxiety expresses itself, you've probably already tried various things to recenter, like mindfulness, meditation, yoga, going for a walk, behavioral therapy, the list goes on. But perhaps the layer of the onion that you need to address right now is your neurochemistry. If those other things are not working for you and you still are experiencing anxiety, perhaps you are stuck in that fright, fight, fight loop. Your norepinephrine is increased and is causing you to focus on solving the problem, except sometimes that problem is not something that can be resolved, like the end of a relationship, or parents that don't act like grown-ups, or financial uncertainty. Your neurochemistry is keeping you focused on a problem that can't be resolved, and all the mindfulness and cognitive therapy in the world may not be able to get you out of that loop. So in a typical brain, in a typical situation, your cortisol sends you into that fright, flight, fight response, which increases your dopamine, which releases norepinephrine to keep you focused on solving the problem. And when that happens, when the problem is solved and the big red truck does not hit you, or you get away from the running lion, then your serotonin kicks in and says, okay, nothing to see here, everybody back to your normal levels. And you can move on with your day. So if the problem cannot be resolved, you can trick your brain into responding as if it's resolved by increasing your serotonin. More about that in the next video. It is not your fault if your body is not producing enough serotonin for the stressors in your life. Just like it wouldn't be your fault if you need insulin to deal with the sugars in the foods that you eat. No one tells a diabetic to just get over it, or maybe you need to meditate to feel better. It's not your fault that the layer of your onion that needs to be addressed right now is your neurochemistry. Our problems are in layers.